Before we get started, we've got to light up our Tom Ford Rose Prick candle to set the mood and bring on the ambiance. Hello there! Welcome to Tom Ford Tuesday, where on Tuesday, right here on my channel, is all about Tom Ford beauty. For today's video, we're going to talk about retailers, Tom Ford retailers, the ones to avoid and the ones to shop happily through. We're going to talk about it all. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, hello there. Hi. If you're new, my name is Mo, which is short for Monique, and here on my channel, along with the infamous Tom Ford Tuesday, I love to test out, review, and share all things luxury, beauty, and skincare. But I always make sure to remind you to use what you already have. If you're into that stuff, consider subscribing. And if you like today's video, please take a moment, give it a thumbs up. Today's makeup look is brought to you by Desert Fox Eyeshadow. The full face is Tom Ford. Everything will be listed and linked for you down below in the description box. Now, I have to give credit where it is due. This suggestion came from a very good friend of mine. Hey, girl. You know who you are, but we'll keep her anonymous for the moment. Now, what I'm about to share with you are my personal experiences, friends' experiences, and if any of the retailers that I discuss that I happen to despise, don't take it personal. It's just because I had a different experience than you. But I did want to talk about it nonetheless because maybe I could save you some aggravation in the future. Who knows? Everything has changed in the world now. Customer service departments are extremely overwhelmed. Shipping departments are extremely overwhelmed. We all know this. Today I'm going to be discussing years prior to that and some experiences now. I don't want you to think that I'm solely making these comments and statements based on the way the world is now, because I am not. We're going to start off with a bang, shall we say. And the retailer that I have always had the worst experience, combination of customer service, packaging, just everything, has been Tom Ford directly. Oh yes, Tom Ford directly. Over my years of purchasing makeup online, there have been on the occasion where I have received something broken. Hey, it happens. It's not the end of the world. It will be okay. But here's where the issue lies. I have had to contact Tom Ford customer service, and this is where it gets really bad. Really bad. I'm not sure why it's like this, but majority of the time, it's almost as if you're dealing with people who have no idea what is going on or who they work for. They don't know anything. And yes, that's a little frustrating, but I understand to some it's just a job. No big deal. No big deal. But when orders arrive damaged for whatever the reason, and you can provide the proof, you should not be hassled. It should be, okay, we apologize. Here's a replacement. Here's a refund. Here you go. We want your business. We would like you to come back. We're sorry this happened. Oh no. Tom Ford doesn't have that approach. Tom Ford, first of all, they take a long time to get back to you. The wait time on the phone is horrendous. Out of control. But hey, like I said, right now I understand things are overwhelmed, but prior, I can't say. I cannot understand for the life of me, but that's okay. My biggest thing is if you have an issue, you should be able to resolve it. There are literal things in place for this. There's no reason that it should be a hassle. But it always is, and more than likely you're going to go weeks back and forth to eventually have to send the product back. They don't care about your photo to show that it's damaged. They're not sending you a replacement until they receive it. Frustration is just not worth it to me. With a company like this, you have certain expectations, okay? I'm not asking for a lot. I'm simply asking for, if someone's explaining there's an issue, that you simply hear them out and help them resolve it. So I highly suggest you avoid shopping direct from Tom Ford, by all means, because you are not going to get a beautiful package with care. I've never. I get my package, but that's about it. And you better pray that you love it, because good luck with returns, exchanges, any other issues. It's not working out. It's not a good thing. It is just the pits. Yes. Now, this next retailer that I'm going to talk about, it's probably going to make your head rock back a little bit, because I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but I want to be very clear. The reason I don't make this my first choice retailer when I'm shopping Tom Ford is solely on shipping. The issue for me lies in how you ship the products. It's as if my little child took it, chucked it in the box, barely taped it up, boom, bam, bam, here you go. Oh. Sephora. Yeah. Like I said, customer service is fine. The issue lies in how they ship my stuff. You can't ship like that. It's crazy sometimes to see how such a big retailer is just never prepared to ship a product properly. Even before, when things were completely open and life was a lot different, I always ordered online. That's just, it's from the way my life is and the way it's set up. Ordering online for me is my kind of go-to. So I'm happy to be able to share a lot of the experiences with you, because if you can maybe swerve to another place, give it a try, you may be surprised at how enjoyable your experience can be, versus these ones that every single time over and over for years now, it has always been the same. It's like, okay, they're going to change. Sephora is going to get better. Sephora is going to get better. They're going to change. Over the years, I feel it's been a decline. It truly has. Anytime a sale comes around at Sephora, I almost don't want to shop there, because I know my order is going to be chucked and shoved and rushed and put together. I'll miss something, or it'll completely arrive damaged for the lack of 2 seconds it takes to put a little extra in the box so that it arrives properly. And again, other than the products not arriving in a manner that you would expect, dealing with customer service is nothing like Tom Ford. Sephora's customer service, I have to say, has been great. Anytime I've called, I've been able to have my issue resolved in a timely, respectable manner. It is not all bad. There are some really great retailers that I have had really good experiences, and I would highly suggest you give them a try, even just once, to see if you too can notice a difference. I'm going to start off with Cosbar. Now, Cosbar was founded in 1976 in Aspen, and here's what I love most about what they have to say. And this just aligns with my life, my expectations when it comes to shopping luxury makeup, especially Tom Ford, guys. And I quote from the Cosbar website, "This is not just selling beauty. This is understanding and experiencing beauty. This is beauty elevated." Thank you so much, Cosbar. I've been purchasing from Cosbar, and every time it is just a pleasure. It is an absolute pleasure. I get my things in time. Communication is outstanding. I'll give you a quick example. I went and I ordered a lipstick from Tom Ford. I have already discussed with you guys the fact that I don't buy too many lipsticks from Tom Ford because they go bad rather quickly, and for their price, I want to make sure that I buy lipsticks that I'm going to constantly use to justify. Fair enough. So I was looking for this particular lipstick, and I finally found it, and I put it, I ordered it along with some other things, and for whatever reason, it was not available anymore. What I loved most is they took a moment to write me an email and say, "Hi, Monique. We saw that you ordered this product. We're very sorry to say it's not available anymore." You see, that's what people are looking for when it comes to customer service. Keep us in the loop. Let us know. And don't wait days. You know, almost immediately. I want to say within a few hours of that, initial purchase. Obviously, this is, during business hours. I got that email saying, "Hey, we don't have it anymore. We'll gladly ship the rest of your order, but we just don't have that." It's such a simple, kind of like no-brainer type move, but as a customer, I like that so much. They have always packaged my orders so nicely. I've always gotten my order in a very timely manner. I've never had any issues with my product. And if I've had to ask customer service a question, with pleasure, I can do so. So Costbar I like Costbar a lot. The retailer that I really enjoy shopping from, and I've mentioned this for years now here on my channel. I mean, we can go back years, 4 or 5+ years. You'll have heard me talk about this one. Beautylish, yes. Along with Beautylish having literally everything you could imagine under the sun when it comes to luxury beauty and beyond, gizmos and gadgets and makeup and more. It's always a pleasure. It's so fun when Beautylish does this. Let's say a new product is coming out and they know it's going to be hot. They will allow you to put in your phone number along with your email so that you can receive an email as to when the product becomes available. You'll get a text and they'll say, "Hey, so-and-so is coming out. Are you interested?" You'll go ahead and order it right there through the text. It is wonderful. Of course, if you're not comfortable with that, you can hop on the phone, and even that's a pleasure. Easy peasy. I mean, headache free on every single level when it comes to Beautylish. And along with customer service being outstanding. I mean, even when there is an issue, it doesn't feel like it's an issue because being able to communicate as a customer, it's like a no-brainer. You should just be able to feel like, hey, if I say this, I'm not going to be attacked by the person on the other end. Take note, Tom Ford customer service. Don't attack the people that are your customers. Just to top it all off, you will always receive such a beautiful package. They take the time, no matter how busy or how overwhelmed, your package is always packaged with care and signed by that person on your box on the interior. I mean, hello. That's all I could ever ask for. You're going to ask me for all this money. I'll give it to you, but all I ask is that you respectfully put my things in a box so that when I get them, I can enjoy them and I'm not aggravated because I have to call you to let you know they're messed up. Beautylish they've just got it. I have had to do one return at Beautylish, and I dread returns like you don't know. Because I'll tell you what started my dread with returns. The story will be very quick, but we're just hanging out today talking. I hope you don't mind the little sidetrack, just a little bit, but we will get back. I remember I went to Sephora to make a return. It was for a foundation, and I had purchased about 4 of these foundations trying to find my shade. You guys know the lighting situation in Sephora is not ideal, but I thought I got it, but I didn't. And this is where it all went down. So I stand in line, very nervous because this was my first return. I didn't know what to expect. So I get up to the register and I begin to explain, "Hi, this is my first return. I bought these and the shade's not right. I can't make them work. I have to return them." I have to assume that somebody stole her lunch money because she hated life and she hated the fact that she had to I'm not sure what's involved on the back end of a return with Sephora, but wow, the questions that I was asked. If I couldn't find someone to help me, this is crazy. And I'm just like, huh? This is my first time doing a return. As you can see, I'm a very busy shopper here. It's not what I do. I couldn't get it to work. I just like to return it, please. And that's one thing, as you can see, the trend with me. Don't be combative with me if I'm being very nice and cordial and in my right. Okay? I don't like it. So it was just an absolute nightmare. She had to call the manager. It was the manager, but the best part is that when she did call the manager and the manager came out, the manager was like, boop, 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 walks away. I was like, oh, cool. I've had to do one return in my 5+ years of purchasing from Beautylish. And I guess because of that Sephora incident, I've always been like, if I don't have to return something, I'm not going to. You know this about me. If I can't make something work the first time, you bet that I'm going to try and try and try until I can figure out a way. And if I've done all of that and I still can't get something to work, that's the only way I'll bring it back. I'm not into returns like that. The one time that I've ever had to return to Beautylish, they have made it so easy. They ask what happened, you explain, they say, okay, here you go, you send it back, you wait a couple days, and that's another big thing. You literally are not waiting weeks for your money. And a pleasure. What? Amazing. Beautylish all the way, shall we say. Another retailer that I find to be great, beautiful, enjoyable for my Tom Ford purchases is Nordstrom. Yes, they now, because of the way our world is these days, is they do now offer a service where you can order online and you can go to curbside pickup. Like, excuse me? Out here ordering all this makeup that I want and I just have to sit in my car and wait for you? Yes, like I do at Target and all my other things sometimes. It's beautiful. I love that new feature. But prior to life the way it is now, Nordstrom has always been great. Going in store, ordering online, customer service. They make it where you don't mind going there as often as I know we all don't want to admit that we do. When I receive my packages, yes, sometimes the shipping is not the fastest. But when you pay for ground, you know what you're in store for. But I will say they've gotten a lot better with the speed. They do ship rather quickly nowadays. Nordstrom has, for a long time, really been a go-to for me when it comes to Tom Ford. Nordstrom is where it's at. Nice to know a few retailers that you may not even have given a try before for Tom Ford Beauty. These are the ones that I truly put my trust in, because I think there is a trust factor there whenever you're shopping online. To know that, hey, I'm going to give you my money and you're going to take it, but you're going to deliver me what I have come to expect with Tom Ford Beauty. Overall, I really wanted to make this video to help out, especially right now, because I know there's a lot of sales now, more than usual, on a lot of Tom Ford Beauty products. All I'm going to say is if you give Cosbar, Beautylish, Nordstrom, and tell me if you notice a difference. I'd like to hear. I'm really curious. What are some retailers that you cannot stand when it comes to ordering Tom Ford Beauty? And go ahead and tell me the ones that you love buying Tom Ford Beauty from. Comment them down below. This was a great discussion. This was a great topic and idea. A very, very special thank you to my very dear friend who suggested that I do this topic and discuss it. And with all of that said, thank you all so much for hanging out on our unofficial Tom Ford Tuesday. Don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you next Tuesday.